No such thing as a life that's better than yours. This is a line from a J. Cole song, which I listened to every morning on the way to school in 2016 in high school. And I listened to this song while I studied, while I did homework, while I played Doodle Jump on my phone, or while I spent hours trying to solve this. This puzzle right here has a possible 43 quintillion outcomes. So you could, combine 43 quintillion outcomes for that. And I had this in my hands so often that this and I became synonymous at school. Besides the fact that it's just an old-fashioned toy that is it's kind of out of date. No one really plays with it. No one really cares about it as much. Besides that, I became fascinated with it because, to me, it became a metaphor for all the decisions I would make, just like how I would turn it to change the outcome, right? So I also saw it as a way to one day achieve perfection. So by solving it, you achieve perfection. And if you think about it, this is one outcome, right? This is 1 in 43 quintillion outcomes. So there's only one possibility of perfection, according to that definition of perfection. The lesson I took from that is that perfection is subjective. And to understand how this cube signifies that perfection is subjective, I'm going to talk about two things. One, I'm going to talk about the journey. And the second thing I'm going to talk about is the end result. First off, the journey. For me, the journey began when I saw this cube in a movie, in a Will Smith movie. I'm pretty sure you guys know it. It's The Pursuit of Happiness. Well, you guys don't have to know about the movie at all. But in the movie, Will Smith was solving it. And I was just fascinated by it because this man had nothing besides his son in the movie. And him solving it was very metaphoric in that movie. And his outcome at the end, it wasn't perfect by any means, but his outcome was his own. The journey for me was whether or not it had this outcome or if it was like this. At the end, there were different results, so you ended up in the same spot. Everyone has their own journey, and for me, mine was different from everybody. Also, it took me a different pace to learn it versus kids at school. They would do it in 5 seconds, 6 seconds. There were some kids at my school that could do it. It took me, the best I did was like under a minute, which is not too bad. I feel like that's good. So that's the journey for me. The end result. The end result for this cube is this. This is perfection in this cube. But to me, the end result in solving this cube was, one, I learned patience. I learned discipline. I learned that you have to learn how to move each individual piece where you want it before you can solve the entire thing. Just like when we learn English, we learn the alphabet first, and then we learn how to talk and how to read. Just like we learn numbers before we do math. That's how I learned just to move one piece from here to here, and then I learned how to just do shortcuts. So, in conclusion, I just want to say that the journey and the end result really signify what perfection means at the end of the day, because although this is what everyone sees as perfection for a cube, if you just mess around with it just a little bit, just like in our lives we make decisions, the end result could be much prettier. And we all have an ideal definition